Now you guys have been asking me on Instagram for more content on my Porsche Cayman 981, in particular the things that I love about this vehicle. And I've thought about it and I just won't do it. Nope, not doing it, nope. All right, I'll do it. Let's do business. It's a 2013 Porsche Cayman S with 325 brake horsepower and the 3.4 litre engine. In a few weeks time this will look a little bit different because I'm currently undergoing modifications on this car. You can see I put the BBS CHR wheels on there, which honestly I'm not that happy with, so I may well go back to the Carrera Classics that the car originally had on when I bought it. That's a topic for a completely different video though, but the real beauty of this car isn't just standing there looking at it. It's inside here when driving it, and that takes me on to the first thing that I love about this car, the performance. The performance on this Cayman is absolutely bloody wonderful. You know, it's not as fast as a 911, it's not as exotic as a GT4, but honestly none of that even matters. It moves with intent, it pulls like a train, and that sports exhaust, I could listen to that all day long. That is phenomenal. Now the mid-engine layout makes all of this possible. Its near 50-50 weight distributions makes the car so well balanced, and it just allows you to just throw the car into the corners without putting any brakes on, accelerator down, it'll just keep going into those corners all day long. And in fact, I wish I could do that. I wish I could just drive this car all day long, but I can't. I've got to take the dog out for a walk. So the next thing I love about this car is, and actually you can shoot me where I stand for this one, and it's certainly not the reason why I bought this vehicle, and I sincerely hope that you guys didn't buy the vehicle for this reason either. I actually stumbled across this by an accident because I had to use this car for a few days as my daily driver. My Macan was in the garage getting some work done on it, so I had to use the Porsche Cayman, and I was driving to work back and forwards on the motorways, and I realised that the MPG that I was getting in this vehicle was 35. Now, I've seen a few stories online that people have been getting even better than 35 MPG. Bear in mind it's a little bit different in the USA to the UK because I think the gallons are a little bit different. But I've been getting 35 miles per gallon in this Cayman 981, which is, for a sports car, is absolutely phenomenal. And like I say, it's not something that I would buy this car for, but I do know that some of you guys do daily your Caymans or Boxsters, so maybe you guys did buy that car with that in mind. For me, it's just something that I stumbled across by pure chance. I drive these cars like they've been stolen. I put my foot down. I intend to just absolutely rag the arse off these cars at every given point that I get. But if you do need to use it as a daily driver, then it's an added bonus that you could possibly get good MPG. And let's face it, if you can take good MPG, then you would, wouldn't you? Of course you would. So the next thing I want to talk about is the prices of these cars. Right now the Boxster and the Cayman represent phenomenal value for money when you compare it to the 911. In the UK, prices are a little bit high right now. That's because of COVID and a few other factors. But as we ease out of that, you'll probably find the prices of these cars lowering just that little bit more. But in a nutshell, you could probably find a base Cayman for about £24,000, a Cayman S for around about £30,000, and when it comes to the Boxsters, you could be looking at a base Boxster for about £23,000 or a Boxster S for about £27,000. Now sure, you could go out and you could buy a performance BMW, a performance Mercedes for even less than that, but if you're anything like me and you've got your eye on the Auto Trader every night and you're watching videos on all of these performance cars, I think you'll probably end up thinking, I kind of wish I'd just gone ahead, spent that little bit more and bought the Porsche. And hey, there's nothing wrong with BMWs, there's nothing wrong with Mercedes. I've owned many of them over the years, but I just feel that Porsche gives you that iconic brand and it gives you that real sports car feel. That's just my opinion. Now the next thing is the sports exhaust. I've got a bit of open road in front of me, so before I lose that, it sounds really, really good. Really, really good. Although I will concede it doesn't sound as good as my 911 sports exhaust. And I think that's probably done by design. But still though, drop it a couple of notches and it sounds sublime. You really should get one of these cars with a sports exhaust, because I think if you don't get one with a sports exhaust, you'll probably be feeling a little bit underwhelmed and a little bit like, well, I've bought this sports car and it doesn't really make a great sound. The standard exhaust just doesn't cut it, unfortunately. And again, that's all done by design, because they make you spend 1,500 quid or 2,000 pound on a sports exhaust when you buy the car brand new. So do yourself a favour, get one with a sports exhaust. If you've already got one without a sports exhaust, get an aftermarket kit installed. Thank me later. Now I mentioned earlier that the looks of this car would be changing soon, so over the next few weeks and months the car will look a little bit different, but I think the looks of these cars, they are absolutely phenomenal. They look just superb. They hold their own when you take it to any Porsche show. They'll look good next to whatever you've parked it to, whether it be a brand new 911 or a classic 911. They photograph really well. They're very photogenic and they're very videogenic. Is that even a word? I don't think so. I think I've just made something up there. But you know, as I say, they hold their own against the 911s. You don't have to like the 911s or the Caymans. The two can live in perfect harmony together. So it is possible to like both of them, like I do, like probably a lot of people do. But I think when it comes to the Cayman or the 911, a lot of people feel that they have to choose one or the other, and that's just not true. You can be a lover of both, which I am. So as you can see, this car has the Tech Art front splitter on. I will be lowering this car soon, hopefully. I've got the BBS wheels on, which, as I said, I'm not 100% happy with. I might well take them off for the Carrera Classics, which were originally on the car, and a few more modifications coming very, very soon. So one more thing to mention actually is that when it comes to reliability issues, these cars, the 981s, don't have any of the problems that the previous generations suffered with. So you know, the things like the IMS bearing, the bore scoring issues. So luckily, dare I say it, these cars are pretty much bulletproof. That doesn't mean to say that things won't go wrong with them. Obviously, you know, as these cars get older, things will start to develop, they will have faults, they will need repaired, just like any other car. But the two main things, the IMS and the bore scoring issues, if you want to go in and do your research on those, it's pointless actually, because they just don't affect this vehicle. So that's one of the good things about this car, and one of the things that you just don't need to spend a lot of time procrastinating over when you are buying it. But obviously, do your own inspections when you are buying a car. A pre-purchase inspection or a PPI is a very good idea if you're thinking about buying one of these. Anyways, that's it from me. I'll have many more videos on this Cayman coming on this channel very, very soon. Go on, get out of here. Get out of here.